Hello everyone. One of my friends asked me to repair his satellite receiver, and here it is. The brand is Starmax 150 Alpha, and the problem is that the device does not turn on at all, or if it turns on, it just shows a boot text here on the display and the device stays there and it does not continue the booting process. I suspect that the problem is at the power supply, because when such devices work continuously, it is normal that the power supply fail after a few years, especially the capacitors. So let's open the case and see if I'm right or not. Alright, I opened the case and here it is. This is the main board and this is the power supply board. The power supply is compact because it just uses a single chip, this one, as a controller, and these type of designs show lower EMI, and this is the minimum benefit of such a designs because everything is integrated into the chip, and the only disadvantage is that these power supplies handle lower current because the current is dependent on the package type of the controller. This one is deep 8, so the maximum current of such packages I think would be around 24 watts or so, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's go to the repair. Look at this capacitor. It is clearly a bulgy capacitor, so this one, at least this one, should be replaced. However, I want to check this one also. I have seen several cases that this one dries out, I mean the capacitor near the rectifier, okay? This is a good case for a dried out capacitor, where when we check, it shows no capacitance, is totally dried out. I have seen several cases. So let's take out the power supply board and replace those capacitors and see what happens. Alright, I took out the board. Now I'm gonna desolder these components. So this one is the bulgy capacitor. This one clearly should be replaced, no need to be tested, but I want to test this one also. This is a very handy tool. I recommend you to get one. It makes the desoldering job of the through hole components way easier. So anyway, let's test this one using a multimeter. Alright, here are the capacitors. As I said, this bulgy one does not need any test, so it's clear that it has a problem, and I want to test this one. This one is 33 microfarad. If I zoom in, do you see that? 33 microfarad, and I will test it using this multimeter because my multimeter can also measure the capacitance. Let's connect the probes, and there we go. It says 31.6, so it's pretty good. It's not even more than 20% of the claimed capacitance, so this one is pretty good. So the only thing that needs to be replaced is this capacitor, and I also checked other components, other suspicious components pretty quickly, and none of them were faulty. So let's replace this one and put the port back in the device and check if it works correctly or not. Alright, I replaced the faulty capacitor, I mean this one, if I show it up closely. So I've replaced this one. I couldn't find the exact capacitor in my components storage, so I replaced it with a bigger one. However, the voltage rating should be identical or maybe higher. Higher doesn't matter, but at least should be identical with the faulty capacitor, because this capacitor was at the output stage and it's just for filtering. A little bit more capacitance doesn't matter. So I replace that. Let's turn on the device and see. if it works correctly. So it says boot on and standby. Turn on the device. There we go. It shows the channel name and it says the device works perfectly. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. See you in the next video.